Hi, I'm Dr. Stephen Wangen, the founder of the IBS Treatment Center, and one of the questions we often get is, do we treat children? And the answer is yes, we absolutely do treat children and even infants here at the IBS Treatment Center. However, children are not usually given the label of irritable bowel syndrome or IBS. And of course, though children can still suffer from constipation, right, or diarrhea or abdominal pain or gas or any combination of those symptoms, but for some reason doctors don't usually use the words IBS and often don't seem to think that children suffer as much as adults, which if you've got one that does, I'm sure you could agree that they do suffer a lot if they have these symptoms. Now at the IBS Treatment Center, we found that children and infant digestive problems are very similar in most ways to those of adults, and that the causes are very similar as well, which makes sense. It's really their anatomy and their physiology are also very similar. Now, digestive problems, though, do seem to tend to get worse as people get older, so more attention is given to adults, or maybe people just listen to adults better than they do to kids. But that doesn't mean that infants and children can't suffer tremendous discomfort, right, and disruption from an upset stomach, an upset tummy. It really isn't normal to have these problems at any age, and we've treated infants as well, and it's just really fun and rewarding to work with kids and infants and watch them get better. Now, infants only have two ways, right, of demonstrating a digestive problem, right? You either see it, like they're spitting up, or you hear it because they're crying all the time, right, which we call colic. Now, colic and reflux excuse me, are two of the most underappreciated and misunderstood problems in infants. I think a healthy baby is generally a happy baby. They cry when they're hungry or when they're lonely or they need a diaper change, but they shouldn't be inconsolable all the time. They shouldn't be crying all the time. So if you have a colicky baby, then there is a logical reason, and often this is an expression of inflammation in the digestive tract or painful buildup of gas due to poor digestion. Now, these two problems are most commonly caused, in my experience, by food reactions and bacterial or microbial imbalances in the digestive tract. So, and even if a baby is only breastfeeding, it can be experiencing a food reaction via mom's milk, meaning mom is eating that food and the food or the reaction to the food is getting passed on in the breast milk. So this is a known medical fact, and many doctors, unfortunately, are not aware of this. Reflux is an obvious problem with digestion because the food's coming back out, right? It's getting rejected. Same thing with constipation or diarrhea. It's a significant reaction and problem in the digestive tract. Now, the first two, right, the reflux and the colic are very noticeable, but infants should be having multiple bowel movements a day, and if they aren't, then they're probably constipated. But it can be difficult to tell if they have diarrhea, since a lot of times their stools are already very soft. And if you can't tell, then ask an experienced mom, because she'll probably be able to tell you. Now, treating any of these problems with drugs is generally ignoring what's really causing the underlying problem. And with a proper workup, most babies feel much better and will have solved a problem that probably will benefit them actually for the rest of their life. And the same is true for children and older children. Children suffer from the same kinds of digestive problems as adults, but they often get treated as if they're different. Now, fewer drugs are used, fortunately, and healthcare providers, unfortunately, often downplay the significance of the problem. And children may be given a diagnosis of IBS, but generally the diagnosis is kept fairly simple, like constipation. Sometimes they use the word encopresis. You may have heard that one. Or they might just say, simply go with diarrhea or reflux. Or maybe even just call it a nervous stomach, like some of you have probably heard that one as well. Now, however, children are just as susceptible as adults to food reactions and to imbalances in this microbiome, in the ecosystem, in the digestive tract. And the physiology is the same, only the size is different. So for more information on exactly how we work with everyone on assessing and treating digestive problems, please visit our website, ibstreatmentcenter.com, and take a look at not only what's there, but watch my webinar, which gets into great detail on how we work with digestive problems. thank you for listening to me today, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.